you look at that? I'm making another one of these videos. Uh, yeah, I don't know why. The last couple of times I tried making these videos when I felt like talking to a phone and looking at my drawings, I ended up deleting them because this phone that I'm using is one, old and outdated, two, has no memory on it because of all the mystery pictures I've downloaded on it from the past. Three, I don't know if this helps, but I just don't like recording my voice a lot, talking to nobody because it feels awkward. So I'm gonna have to get working on that. And the fact that I don't ever have a script for these videos. I just start talking about whatever comes to mind. So yeah, I mean, this one I was kind of thinking about Undertale because I was watching an Undertale plush review of the Fangamer plushes, which honestly, even though I'm not into Undertale as much as I used to be, I still kind of want one of those plush toys. And I'm not even saying that, like, because, again, I'm into Undertale as much as I was, or at least the overall AU story. But I think it would be still cool to at least have one of them. I'm not sure necessarily which one I even want to get, or maybe I'll change my mind and just get the Rousey plush that Fangamer has instead. But I'd rather buy that and like the Has-Been Hotel plushes that were supposedly official, which I didn't believe at first because the Alistair plush is fucked. It is so bad looking, and I don't like it. It looks like it's already been bootlegged, and I don't think there are any bootlegs of Alistair yet. The Angel Dust plush, if I can find one, I'd probably get. But other than that, maybe if they get more plushes in the future, maybe like a Vaggie plush, Nifty, Husk, Serpentius, characters like that, maybe I'll consider getting one. But for now, I think I'll just wait and see what happens. Kind of like with the whole Moistery campaign that Sleepy King or Twisted Doctor did a while back. You know, before the name change. So that's why I'm kind of calling him Twisted Doctor or Sleepy King. Because I don't feel necessarily comfortable yet to call him Twisted Doctor because it feels unnatural. So for the time being, I think I might just call him Skrill. But anyways, I remember when the Moistery plush campaign first started up, and I was thinking, oh, cool, he actually made some plush merchandise of one of his characters. And I was almost gonna buy one because I think I had the money at the time. And right now, if they were still selling, which I think they are, but I have no idea, I probably would still get one because why not? It's 2020 Corona time. I'm in quarantine and I already have made some ballsy purchases like buying a Reaper Funko Pop, a really cool Stitch shirt, new sketchbook, and other things. But other than that, I kind of decided not to get a Moistery plush because before he actually did the Moistery plush campaign, me and my friend, and the help of my dad, made a Mongo plush that I think you guys have seen in past videos that I've done that were mostly ship posts. He is still kind of unfinished. It may not look like it, but he still is. Because my friend used up, because it was a sleepover situation, so. But my friend used all the fabric glue that my dad got at the time, and yeah, that was bad because that fabric glue stuff is expensive as hell. And we actually got it at Walmart. We got like a little small, decently sized bottle at Walmart that I think was about $5. Pretty expensive because of the budget that we were on at the time. I'm pretty sure now, because we got the stimulus check and we still probably have leftover money from it, I'm pretty sure we'd probably be able to buy a couple of those to last us long enough. But anyways, yeah, she kind of used up all the fabric glue and hastily finished it, making it look bad. There are scuff marks on his little magician's outfit or suit, which honestly I might not remove or fix because it gives him more a creepy vibe to it. But the reason why he is unfinished is because, well, I was gonna make him an actual bow tie. I'm probably going to make him an actual fabric top hat instead of the one that Samantha made using up all my black paint. And certain pieces here and there need to be stitched correctly on the body, because as it stands, sure, the fabric glue on him has lasted long for me to pick him up without his body parts falling. But, as it stands, whenever I pick him up, I have to constantly be worried that one of his body parts are going to fall on camera, and I won't be able to do anything about it. Because I'm not the most good at sewing. I'm not good at sewing at all. The only thing I'm good for is furry art, and that's pretty much it. I mean, and I guess cooking. But besides that, yeah, he's still unfinished to this day, and we made him technically now last year of 2019. During one of our chaotic sleepovers, to where I think she also made a mystery moisty mask. And I think you saw the video on my YouTube channel. She named it after a Shrek. My friend named it after a Shrek movie, Akko. I should mention her name probably. But we made that video as a shitpost and posted it on my channel, and YouTube, because of the COPPA rule, set it as made for kids. All because it had Shrek in the title. And keep in mind, it was uploaded before the COPPA rule got big. So that sucks. But other than that, yeah, that's the whole reason why I didn't get the Moisty plush. Was I already have a Mongo plush, and as it turns out, I only seen a few pictures of other people making Mongo plushes, and one of them was a user named Lolipone, Lolapone, who made a mystery Furby, a moistery Furby, I guess, which honestly I think is the cutest thing ever. But they also had like a tiny little Mongo plush that surprisingly looks a lot better than the one that we made. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I actually wanted to give him more realistic features instead of the 2D printed on face. I wanted to give him an actual button eye. And, like a plastic eye, like some other plush toys have. But I digress. Soon I probably might be getting more fabrics, and maybe I'll get more plain white socks so I can actually make another plush. But for now, I already have a mental image of some of the plush toys that I do want to make with my friends or even my dad. So for now, I guess we'll just see what the future has to offer. Because as of now, I don't want to make another fucking plush. It was so time consuming, and it sucked. It sucked ass. What made it worse, though, I think finding the fabrics at Walmart was a lot harder, because at the time, because we don't have a car, we're in a weird situation with that. We had to use our mom's car, which sometimes she's very, not too generous about letting us use, when she doesn't even go a lot of places. Besides her work, which is the only main thing. But other than that, it's never usually really too important, and when she isn't doing work things, she's usually sitting at home watching makeup tutorials on YouTube. But anyways, before I start ranting on that, she wasn't letting me personally go to the fabric store that's in my town, because I guess it was too time consuming, when in reality it wasn't. But anyways, I had to go to Walmart and see the shitty selection that they had to offer, which, like I said, it was shitty. And it was very sucky. And I never want to get as many fabrics at Walmart for as long as I can, because not only was it time consuming to find the certain types of fabrics for Mongo, it was hard enough already to find stuffing and button eyes, which I wasn't even able to use. So that kind of is sucky. But other than that, if it weren't for the fact that he looks really not awful, but just kind of wonky looking, I say that was a plush success. And the only reason why I'm being so critical is because I feel like I should have done more. And I feel like me and Akko should have done more with it instead of the little time frame of late at night watching weird cartoons. What I'm trying to say is that maybe instead of goofing around, maybe we should have just stuck to our guns and worked on the plush a little bit more. Maybe took a break when she left, had her come back over, and then worked on it more to make it look a bit more official. Because I remember that night I was going to pull an all-nighter, but at the time when it was 5 in the morning, I said fuck it and went to bed. So that's why the plush got finished so hastily. That's why there was a big mess on the carpet. But I mean, I digress. It's still a decent plush for, well, me, a beginner, and Samantha, or Akko, a level 100 stitching boss. Plush making boss, actually. She's probably, I don't know if she's made plushes before. But since this video is already on the topic of plush toys, I actually found out through a shit post that Jack, aka Alias, uploaded on his other channel, the Undyne Jellyfish thing, that channel, where it has some of my favorite shit posts on it. Mostly of Heimgut's obsession, I guess. But other than that, I found out that he himself actually made plush toys of Heim's characters that, honestly, if they were a real thing, I'd buy. If there were more like that out there, I probably would buy it for a lot of money. Name your price. I will buy one of those. I'm not joking. I mean, might as well make my plush collection bigger, please. Or, instead of being lazy, make one myself. Hell, maybe I'll even make one of my characters into plush toys. But I'd have to start simple. So I'd either have to go with one of my memory characters, aka my emotion characters. Kind of like Inside Out, but more edgier and more depressing. But I'd probably have to go with something more simpler, like maybe one of my characters like Socks. Because Socks actually is quite easy with his design right now, except for the fact that if I get out my sketchbook right now, which don't worry, I'll be making a speed paint. The hairstyle that I chose for him was based off the Durgantown version that I did. Quartz, no. But it's based off of the Durgantown version that I did. That, honestly, I'm in love with because of the hair. And I didn't stick with that style, so it might just be this. Don't ask why it's edgy. I just kind of made it like that because I remembered that I used to ship Socks and Lessans, which unfortunately I don't anymore. I now fanonly, I should say, I ship him with Black Hat and many other characters besides Lessans because now I'm realizing Lessans is a sex-crazed character. Obviously, the AU is called Underlust. What did you expect? Mary fucking Poppins? But with that being said, I imagine Lessans would probably go out without him to clubs to cheat on him, which would hurt poor old Socks' heart. Because, he's a committed husband who likes to be called mama by his kids. It's pretty sweet, actually. But besides that, honestly, I actually made a whole backstory, which now realizing it kind of just sounds like Polly's backstory, and at the time I didn't even know who that was. But basically, his backstory is that his wolf kid named Crescent, which I'll have to make a speed paint on one of these days so people knows what he looks like. But this little fusion child of a skeleton and a fox, one day, I guess, Lessans wanted to take out his kid, maybe just have a little walk around town. Lessans ended up getting distracted by some hot monster, obviously. Left Crescent alone at the age of 14. Yeah, he was 14. And, those weird black edgy character monsters that basically abused and raped Mettaton in the story? Well, those same characters came back. They didn't learn their lesson, and did the same thing to poor old Crescent, but instead of just beating him, they beat him to the death of they beat him to death basically. And once they realized they killed him on accident, he didn't dust for some reason, so they to make it gorier, they cut up his body basically. And then whoop-de fucking do, he comes back as a zombie because yes. And yeah, it's a weird backstory now realizing it, and I should probably fix it to where maybe he is turned to dust. Some of the dust particles get taken, or Sox finds the dust particles and puts them in a little jar, sends them over to Alphys to see if she can do anything. I called her a he. But maybe I'll have it to where Alphys is able to actually make Crescent an artificial body somehow. Maybe out of robot parts or something like that. But as of now, I guess I'll just leave the backstory how it is. But I think if people already know who Birdie is and some of the animations that he did with his old character Polly, I guess in that one, Polly left to do some things because their ship child, was left alone with Sans, and I guess Sans killed the ship child. Polly got angry and I guess killed Sans or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up of Sans to do. I know he was basically raped by a duck. Is Polly a duck or just a bird character? I have no idea. She looks like Chica. Anyways, yeah, that's a really fucked up storyline, but you know what? I'm not gonna ask. Why, you may wonder? Well, it's because I frankly don't care. I don't care enough to ask, but anyways, this video is getting too long, and I might not be able to post it. So, I'm just gonna end it now. Might as well. So anyways, thank you for coming to one of my other TED Talk videos that I should have uploaded a long time ago. And I guess if you're still watching my content, thank you for sticking with me throughout the 2 or 3 years that I've been on YouTube. Technically longer because of my other accounts, but we don't talk about those. I don't even subscribe to those accounts because I don't want people finding my old shitty videos of my old characters and my high-pitched chipmunk voice. But anyways, thank you so much for listening to me ramble about plush toys and then a character's backstory. If you like this video, I guess, stick around. There's plenty of more content like this that you can watch. But as of now, I'm gonna end this video off before it gets way too longer. So, bye.